Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. It's somehow almost June, which means it's time to use my trusty TBR prompt jar to choose my June TBR. If you're new here, my TBR prompt jar is what I use to sometimes choose chaotic and fun choices for my next month's TBR. I pick a prompt and then I match it with a book, and then hopefully that's what I get to the month coming. I'm sure you've all heard of TBR prompt jars, but everyone does them differently. So instead of having book names in mine, I have random prompts like a cover that's yellow, a book that's over 500 pages long, etc. That kind of thing. Today we will be picking books not only from my regular TBR, but also I have some of my new purchases here and I kind of want to get to them. I'm too excited. I've realised as well that a lot of my previous books on my TBR that I still haven't got to are very much like winter, autumn, fantasies, cozy thrillers, that kind of thing. And so, funnily enough, all of my new books here are summer coded, summer vibes, which is the kind of thing I want to get to. Without further ado, let's dive in and see what books we pick for June. So, I haven't got many left in my jar, so I definitely think it's time to top this up. But we will be picking 4 books, I think, for this next month coming, purely because I have a couple books that I'm going to read for videos at the later end of the month. And so to start the month, I need to pick some books. Let's go. So, is that one? That's one. Okay. Oh no, I think it's going to have a name on it. It is going to have a name on it. Okay, we're going to have to start again because apparently I am the worst at organising this TBR jar. I have just picked out all of these prompts with names on them, which should be in here. Let's start again. We're going for 4 books. The first book is... oh, favourite authors. Oh. So we've got Ali Hazelwood. She is one of my all-time favourite authors. We've also got Holly Black. She's also a favourite author. We've got Emily Henry. How can she not be one of my favourite authors? Imagine this. Most of my new books are my favourite authors. We've got Lila Sage, we've got Bryn Weaver. Do love a bit of Balcabra. Her first book in this series, Collide, was so good. Hang on. I have stuff on my Kindle too. We're going to include Kindle books. Let's do that. I've got Tim Sullivan. If you would have seen this video, you will have seen me read The Teacher by Tim Sullivan. His new book is called The Bookseller. Love that. That's a potential. Lynette Noni. Now, I've only read one of her books, which was The Prison Healer, but I need to read the rest of the series and I absolutely adored that. And that seems to be it. Well done, Jess. Not a lot here. You know what? Let's pick one of these 3. Now, we've got Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have only read Book Lovers and Happy Place, and they were both 6 and 5 stars. We've got The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I have read the entire Cruel Prince trilogy, and I have yet to read this, and I feel like it would be nice to maybe get back into that universe. And then we've got Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, which, yes, if you are a regular watcher of my videos, you will know that I should have read this back in February, and I just never got to it, and I still haven't got to it. The only reason I'm apprehensive about this is because people say it's quite different to her other books, like The Love Hypothesis. Here's me forgetting all of Ali Hazelwood's books. Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, Not in Love. Or Chess and Mate. I did like that one. Chess and Mate? Check and Mate. It's a bank holiday Monday, if you couldn't tell. This is really hard because all 3 of these books I've been looking at for a while. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Funny Story by Emily Henry. I feel like this is a great one to get into the summer feel. It's not too long. It's 380 pages, and I feel like I should really continue my Emily Henry dive. I've got so many of her books to read. Beach Read, You, Me on Vacation, The Great Big Beautiful Lie. I think it's about time. Let's go for that as the first one. We'll put them here. We'll put them here so you can see them. That is our first TBR prompt done. 3 more to go. Let's go for the second. Oh, that was nearly cheating. Okay, second one. This is a big one. Set in a different continent. What kind of stupid TBR prompts do I pick? I mean, the majority of the... Does fantasy count? Because they're not set in our world, are they? So... Well, anything set in America would be on a different continent for one. And almost all of these are. So I just can't pick one that's set in Europe. I feel like I'm being... Do you ever... Okay, I know my continents. I did good at school. But now I've actually had to think about it. Okay, Europe is a continent. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just had to Google that to make sure. I've never felt stupid. Never felt more stupid. Literally none of these are set in Europe. Heading to Lagos. Where are we here? How many pages is this? Now you'll notice that I often pick smaller books when I do TBRs like this, because I'm currently reading a very large book for a video you will see in a couple weeks time, and it's put me in a horrible slump because it's so big. So you'll often see me pick books dependent on their size during my TBR picks. Oh, I feel like Scythe and Sparrow's got to be a contender. I'm so ready to finish this series in the nicest way possible, just because I want to get to Rose and Fion's love story. What about this? I've got Mondays and Murder. I don't know where this is set. Okay, this is English. It's got the word mum in it, not mom. That's English. Cool. Okay, what about Out of the Woods? That looks good. I've not read a Hannah Bonham Young book before. I also have Next of Kin, but I lent it to my mother, so I don't have that right now. I also have another book I lent to my mum, but I couldn't tell you what it was. Out of the Woods, this looks really good. But I'm not in the mood for it, you know? Not in the mood for it. We are going to go with Scythe and Sparrow. I keep looking back at it, and if I'm drawn to it, we're going to pick it. So that is set in another continent. This book is set, I believe, in Central America. North America. North America. It's set in North America. My goodness me. Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver is our second book pick. Okay. Book number 3 is starts with a random letter. Okay, let's get up a letter generator. Not me having proper generator. Okay. Let's go letter picker wheel, and we're gonna spin. Spin. Oh no. Oh, you're joking. Q. I'm going to have to go on to Goodreads. I don't have any books to start with a Q. Nothing. Okay, we have to do another one. Okay, we've removed that choice. Let's spin again. Why is this always so hard? No! One more pick. Oh, okay, this is going to be 10 times easier. T. Now, do I include the in that? I mean, till death. Guys, this is honestly the most boring TBR pick I've ever done. What is going on? These Hollow Vows. These Hollow Vows. I have been meaning to get to this for so long. I read a sample of it on my Kindle, and I think I'm already at like chapter 4, so I'm already 50 pages in. Okay, I'm actually so excited now that we've figured that out. Okay, I am going to be reading These Hollow Vows for my random letter pick. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I got this for Christmas. I've been eyeing this up for nearly a year now. I got this for Christmas from my mum, and now I have an excuse to read it. Okay, we have one more pick. This better be a good one, because I'm not having this. Okay. That's a joke. It had a name on it for a book, and it was a Christmas book. Okay. Oh, a book I think I will rate 5 stars. Oh, okay. If I'm being really honest, I don't think any of the books on here I'd rate 5 stars. Now, Emily Henry, I think I would rate 5 stars. Guys, maybe I'll do a video next of me updating my TBR jar. If you have any prompt ideas, please put them in the comments below, because I'm in desperate need of new prompt ideas. My TBR jar has failed me today. Apart from these 3, I'm very happy. Let's have a look on the Kindle. I'm mega upset. Okay, so we've got romance, dark romance, fantasy. Now, I haven't read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez yet. I've not actually read an Abby Jimenez book before. I genuinely think, with Abby Jimenez blowing up at the moment and how the whole book community is talking about Abby Jimenez, I think this could be a 5-star. And it's a summer book. I mean, we're going into June. We're starting the summer soon. Should we do it? I've got 3 romances, 1 dark, 2 regular, and a fantasy. And I think, considering the huge book I'm reading at the moment, this will be quite a refreshing TBR. Yeah, let's call it that. Okay. Let's go through the books I have picked for my June TBR. Now, my first prompt was favourite author, and for that we picked Funny Story by Emily Henry. She is one of my favourite authors, despite the fact I have only read 2 of her books. That was Book Lovers and Happy Place. There is something about her writing that makes me just not able to put the book down. I still have You, Me on Vacation, Beach Read, and Great Big Beautiful Life to read, and honestly, I'm so excited. So this is a forced proximity deal. Let's read the back of the book together. So, Daphne always loved the way Peter told their story. That is until it became the prologue to his actual love story with his childhood bestie, Petra, which is how Daphne ends up rooming with her total opposite and the only person she could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles. As expected, it's not a match made in heaven. That is until one night, while tossing back tequilas, they form a plan. And if it involves posting deliberately misleading photos of them and their adventures together, well, who could blame them? It's all just for show, of course. There's no way Daphne would start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right? It's like a forced proximity fake dating deal, and I love it. I have read a few of those types of books before, and it's the fake dating that gets me. Especially with Happy Place. Even though they were already lovers together, separated, they were still fake dating, and I love the way she wrote that, so I have absolutely no doubt that this one is going to be incredible. Okay, my second TBR prompt was set in a different continent. Now, we picked Scythe and Sparrow by Bryn Weaver. If you haven't read Butcher and Blackbird or Leather and Lark, go read them now. If dark romance is your thing, with a side of comedy, a side of murder, a side of psychopathicness, these are your books. These are so good. Do read the trigger warnings at the start though, because if you have a weak stomach, sometimes they're not ideal. I adored the first two books in this series. Ruinous Love, that's it. So I've read the first two books in the Ruinous Love trilogy, and this book follows Fionn. So just like the Dreamland Billionaire series, these books follow three brothers, all of which have funky pasts. So every flight has a landing, every circus has a final curtain. Fionn Kane is running from a broken heart when he hopes to mend in Nebraska. Far from his almost fiancée and his derailed surgical career, it's a simple life, head down, hard work, and absolutely no romantic relationships. He wants none of the circus he left behind in Boston, but then Silveria circus finds him. Performer Rose Evans has spent a decade on the road with Silveria, and it suits her just fine, especially when she has the urge to indulge in a little murder and mayhem. But when a kill goes awry and she ends up with an injured leg, Rose finds herself stuck at the home of the adorably nerdy town doctor. The problem is, not every broken heart can be sewn back together, and the longer you stay in one place, the more likely your ghosts are to catch you. The one thing I will say is that these two characters, Rose and Fionn, are mentioned throughout Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark. And at the end of Leather and Lark, there is something that happens that means that you basically have to read Scythe and Sparrow. And I still remember it, which is great, which means Leather and Lark had some form of hold over me. And I'm kind of excited to see where that last chapter in Leather and Lark fits into Scythe and Sparrow. It's not too long, 380 pages. 380 pages. What could go wrong? Romance, murder, chaos. What's not to love? Third up was... oh, that was it. It was our random letter selection. I think I got angry and threw the prompt away, but it was a book that starts with a random letter. So we went through a couple of different letters before we came to an acceptable choice. That might sound like cheating, but I don't have any books that begin with R. I don't have any books that begin with Q. So we've gone with T, and I have picked These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. Bree would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. Death is better than their vicious schemes, but when her sister is taken by the sadistic king of the Unseelie, Bree breaks her own rules and agrees to steal 3 magical relics from the rival Seelie court in exchange for her sister's return. Bree's only way inside is to pose as a potential bride for the Seelie prince Ronan, a prince who's not quite as wicked as she once thought. Unwilling to let her heart distract her, she accepts help from a band of misfits with their own secret agenda, but as Bree spends time with their mysterious leader, Finn, she finds herself struggling to resist his seductive charm. Caught between two dangerous courts, Bree must decide who to trust with her loyalty and with her heart. I've had a misprint. I have a misprint. I've just found it. A couple of the letters on the back are... I don't know if you can see this. They're... oh, it's not gonna... I don't know if you can see it. Some of the letters are boxes with crosses in them, which is weird. Anyway, I've read a sample of this and I am so excited to get back into that like Fae world. The last time I was in a proper Fae world was a Crawl Prince trilogy, and I love it. I love it so much. So my camera died, of course, and in that time the lovely natural lighting has fabulously disappeared and it is so overcast, so I do apologise. I believe we were talking about These Hollow Vows, if I can remember correctly. To round this up, I am very excited. I do love a cosy romance, and I'm so excited to get back into the Fae world. Like I said, I had only read The Cruel Prince before, which was Fae, Unseelie and Seelie Courts, that kind of thing. And I have read like a 50-page sample of this book before and I could not put it down. So, oh my gosh, and it's got a map. And it's got a map. Winner. Okay, so that is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan, third on June's TBR. And last but not least was a book I thought will be 5 stars. We have picked Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I have never read an Abby Jimenez book before. I have The Fall Risk, I think, on my Kindle, her little short novella. Not read that yet either, so hopefully I'll get to that too in June. But I mean, we want to pick summer books for June, don't we? And it literally says just for the summer. So how could I not? I've heard some fantastic things about Abby Jimenez, also that she's kind of like Emily Henry but in like a different way. So yeah, this whole kind of cutesy romance vibe I'm feeling at the moment is so strong, and I just need to satiate that feeling. So to find their soulmates, all they need is 4 dates, a kiss and a breakup. Justin has a curse, and thanks to a Reddit thread, it's now all over the internet. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DMs with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date, break up, and cancel out each other's curses. Emma hadn't planned that her next assignment as a travelling nurse would be in Minnesota, but she and her best friend agree that dating Justin is too good of an opportunity to pass up, especially when they get to rent an adorable cottage on a private island on Lake Minnetonka. It's supposed to be a quick fling, just for the summer. But when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his three siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings for each other. What if this time fate has actually brought the perfect pair together? Okay, I was not expecting that. I honestly just assumed it was about two people who had a curse who then fell in love instead of enacting out their curses. Well, that's interesting. And now I think this is even more going to be a 5 stars. Okay, this book is just over 400 pages and I couldn't be more excited. That is our 4th book on June's TBR. So that is my June TBR picked by the ever chaotic prompt jar. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these 4 books and what's on your June TBR this month. I love to know what people are reading this time of the year. And if you want to join me reading any of these 4 books, comment down below and maybe we can buddy read. I can try and set up a little Fable book club. How would you feel about that? Because I definitely feel like these are cute little buddy reads, and I know that not everyone's read Funny Story. I know that I'm not the only one that's never read an Abby Jimenez book, so if that's something you want to do, comment down below, let's chat about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see a mid-month reading vlog, wrap up, you name it. All the cozy bookish content you could dream of will be on this channel, coming soon. Thanks for watching guys, and happy reading. I hope you have a fantastic June. About Abby. What series is this?